So Salman's going to pick one. I'm going to pick one. Sometimes we'll agree, sometimes we'll disagree. But we'll start off with the NFC East and the Dallas Cowboys. So over to you for your first pick.
All right. This one was kind of tough, but I went with Michael Gallup when they re-signed him in 2022. I think he signed a 5-year, $62.5 million contract. I think that's also the year they decided to trade Amari Cooper because his salary cap number was pretty high. And really, they were like, okay, Michael Gallup's just going to step right in here. CeeDee Lamb's our number one. Michael Gallup's going to be our number two. And Michael Gallup has not even been close to wide receiver two for the Cowboys. He had a lot of injury concerns before he signed this contract. He had some after this contract. And, I bet like you can make a case that he might be a wide receiver three, but not really. Like if you look at his numbers last year, he put up 34 receptions and 418 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hasn't finished playing a full season in like I don't know in how long. So that's my pick here. That's why I'm like give him kind of a somewhat big contract for a guy who can't even be a wide receiver two, can't stay
Mm-hmm.
healthy, can't get on the field. So that was my pick, but there are plenty of options to choose from,
Yeah.
especially in that 2020 class as well. And I think you're going to head that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for Michael Gallup, he just, like you said, couldn't stay healthy, had some production issues. I mean, last year, Brandon Cooks outshined him. He was basically their wide receiver too. I had high hopes for him in that Dallas offense, but just hasn't worked out through injury and just, you know, couldn't figure it out. My
Mm-hmm.
pick is a little bit further back. It's Dontari Poe. So they only gave him 2 years, $9 million, but 3.5 million of it was guaranteed. What was really bad about this is that he was expected to be a big part of Mike Nolan's defense. He was going to be he was credited with 7 tackles and 1 pressure in 7 games and ended up being cut. So this guy that you signed to a 3-year deal doesn't even make it a full season. If you remember, Poe was a big part of the Kansas City defense for a while. He has that famous play where he threw a touchdown, I believe, which was pretty cool. But that's probably the most memorable moment of his career. But just a huge disappointment. I mean, they didn't spend too much on him. There was a couple other guys you could have picked from this 2020 class, but for him to not even make it through a full season, that's my pick for me. So
Yeah.
next up, oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I could see that. And I think Gerald McCoy or someone they signed as well, right? In that same draft, in that same free agency class. So, like, you could have gone with either of those guys. They both were terrible.
He's on my list a little bit later, but
Okay. All right.
yeah,
We'll get
he
there.
bounced
We'll get
around
there.
a bit after leaving the Bucks and just never worked out anywhere.